time you took a math test?
Yes.
Was it a long time ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably a long time. Yeah, it probably was, right? So when you were taking that math test, some things were easy, right? And some things were hard. And so whenever you take it again, some of those hard things may be a little bit easier for you, right? Okay, so I'm gonna give you a piece of paper and it has some numbers on it. Sebastian and Lucy and Gavin, Victoria, and Audrey Pressures. Okay, so at the top in that little square, I put the last time that you took a math test, I put that's what you got the last time, okay? So what we are gonna think about is we're gonna think about what does this mean and how can we grow and get even smarter this year in 3rd grade. So everything that's on this piece of paper, these are all things that you're ready to learn. Did you know you were ready to learn all these things in 3rd grade? Look at all these things. You're ready to learn so many things, right? Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna think about how much we can grow this year and then what to do to grow that much. Now, for kids that are in 3rd grade, they usually grow about 5 or 6 points in a year, right? Or in half a year. So usually by winter, you guys would have grown about 5 or 6 points. So what I want you to do is I want you to do the math up there at the top, okay? And add, you can choose what number you think you can grow to. 5 or 6 at the top, see if you can add it to that big number you got at the top of your page. Or if you think you can grow a little bit more than 5 or 6, then maybe you could add 7 to it. So you think about how much do you think you can grow between now and December? And you can add a 5 or a 6 or a 7, how much you think you can grow. Okay. That's what you want to grow to? That's your goal? Okay. There you go. Okay, so do you want to grow, how many points more do you think you want to go from 180? How many more points? Do you think you could grow 5 more points or 6 more points? I bet you think you can grow a lot, right? Is that what you're thinking? So what if we added 7 more points to this? What would that give us?
87.
Exactly. No, you're absolutely right. I saw how you did that. Yep, there you go. Okay, did you get yours? Want some help with that? So we've got a 7 here and a 7 here, so that is, what, 7 plus 7?
14.
Exactly. There you go. Okay, you got yours? All right, okay. So now we have a goal of how much we want to grow, right? But the question is, how do we get there? Like, what do we need to do in order to get to that goal? Any ideas of what do you think we need to do in order to get to that goal on our math test? What do you think?
We have to listen to our teachers.
Okay, okay. What do you think?
Practice more.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Take our time.
Yep, yep. Is there something in class that you have, like a time where you work on things and kind of get better at things that are hard for you? What are you thinking about?
We have
Like when you come and sit with the teacher maybe in small group?
we have groups, and they put you in groups that people that are your level,
Exactly.
and they will they get you to learn worksheets so they know what your level is, and then they put you in groups. And then they will teach you the stuff that you don't know yet.
Exactly. And you work on things that are a little bit hard for you, right? So now all of you have a goal written on your piece of paper, right? And that goal is how your teacher's going to know how much you've grown. But I want you to think about an important question. What do you think is more important, the number on your test or how much learning happens in your brain? What do you think is more important? How much learning happens? So we have this number now that is our goal, but we want to think about to grow to, but the really important thing is how much learning happens. So all of the things that are on your paper, these are all things that you're going to learn, things that you're ready for to learn. So let's look at something that's coming up really soon in your learning. Will you turn to the page that has some things highlighted at the top? So in reading, there's something that's coming up really soon in reading that you guys are going to work on, and it's right up there at the top. Do you see where it says 3.8C at the top? It says, analyze plot elements, including sequence of events, the conflict, and the resolution. That's something that your teachers are going to be teaching you about. So what this is talking about is the parts of a story. You guys know about parts of a story, right?
Yeah.
And you know about sequence of events, putting things in the story in the right order. Do you know what conflict is? That's a hard word. No conflict? Like in a story, a conflict is like a problem. Yeah, it's like a problem. So what's a resolution then? What do you think?
The thing that solves the problem.
Exactly. So that's what this is about that you guys are going to be learning in class. And all of the things underneath it that I've highlighted, these are different things that you're going to be doing in class to work on that, to get better at understanding the parts of a story and understanding where the problems and the solutions are, right? So, what are some things that you do in class that can help you get better at these things? One of the things I want you to think about is whenever you guys are doing your computer station and you've got your headphones on and you're listening to stories or you're doing activities on your tablet, that's something that you can use to help you to get better at these things. When your teacher calls you to the table and you start talking about parts of a story, that's something that you can really pay attention to get better about how to understand the conflict and the problems, things like that. So this is going to be our goal to focus on, is learning how to get really good at understanding the parts of the story and talking about those different parts of the story, okay? And when we get really good at this, then we get smarter, more learning happens in our brain, and then the next time we take MAP, we'll get even better at those kinds of questions, okay? Are there any questions about what we talked about today with goals, setting goals? So we know what we're going to work on. We're going to work on understanding the parts of the story. And you guys have your goal of what score you want to get to, that you want to try to get to? Okay.